Get what it is that I want. And again, judgment. For some of you, this is related to family and how your family is looking at your love life or looking at your love choices. But you need to separate yourself from that. And ultimately, you would, because again, you're feeling more abundant. You're feeling more like love yourself. You're feeling more vibrant in your energy in September. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Kristen Simone Hansen, and welcome to SeaGoat Secrets. Hi Capricorn, I'm Kristen and I'm a healer. In this video, you are going to get a full rundown of Capricorn's energy for the remainder of the year when it comes to your love life and how it will affect you and your placements. If at any point in this video you feel connected to me and would like to become a client of mine, you can do so by joining this link here and also in the bio. I welcome you. And if you would like to know what my clients are saying about me and my client circle, you can also find this link here as well. And as you all know, I am a global citizen, and so if you have not already, please let me know where you're listening from in the comments, and we can all connect and be a strong collective. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. Hi Capricorn, so I am a little frustrated because I was recording and then I realized that my microphone was off. Yeah, so I have all the cards here. And I will try to briefly cover some astrology while we were going so you understand. The good thing is I only spoke about August before I realized that the microphone wasn't plugged in. But in this case, Capricorn, it's important to keep in mind that when we're looking at August, actually I'm scared. Is it plugged in? It's plugged in. It's plugged in. Okay. It's important to yeah, it's plugged in. I want to check. Yeah, so Capricorn, that was frustrating in terms of realizing that the microphone was not on. But we're just going to get started. I have all the cards here, and I'm going to briefly discuss some astrology in the process. So Capricorn, it's important to keep in mind that we are in a 9-year, and the 9-year is the completion year. It's the end of long-term cycles, which is why we're seeing society change at a great degree. It's also important to understand that we're going through an entire societal shift because we are going from not only we're in the Aquarius Pluto, but also we're in the Aquarius Pluto leading us in the Aquarian age. So society will change ultimately as we know it, and it's doing so at such a rapid rate because we are in air. We are in Aquarius. Aquarius moves very, very fast. Think lightning. So that's why our world is changing around us at a lightning degree and on a societal scale, and also in an individual scale. Okay, for you as a Capricorn, you have been changing greatly. You have been shifting, you have been evolving at a very fast and rapid rate, especially pertaining to healing and your perception of self and your relationship to your self-worth. Now, this reflects back on you when it comes to your love life. I'm going to link the 9-year video here, okay? This reflects back on you when it comes to your love life because of the way in which Jupiter is in Cancer. And Jupiter in Cancer wants to show you the art of love. It wants to show you the value of love. It wants to show you how much people love and value you. It wants to show you the beauties of love and all the things that love can give to you and all the things that love can provide for you, Capricorn. It wants to expand you through love, but you have to allow it. You have to allow it to expand you through love. Now, there's a lot of fear coming up for you because of because of Aries. So Aries is sitting in Saturn, and Aries is also still in Chiron, and Aries is in Neptune. So Aries is all in your head when it comes to addressing your relationship to your 4th house. So 4th house, back to love, is about what you saw in your home when it comes to love, what relationship did your parents have, what is common in your generation when it comes to love, or the generations ahead of you, patterns in your love life, wounds of your love life, childhood wounds, what you feel you deserve when it comes to love, especially for those of you with your mother. How did your mother love you? How did your mother love your father, or your mother? What did you see at home and how it's relating to you? And most importantly, in a way pertaining to fear, what you fear out of love, what you fear when it comes to evolving and expanding in love, allowing people to heal you through love. All of the things that are shaking you and breaking you in that way, Capricorn, these are the things that are coming up inside of your subconscious pertaining to love, but they are there to help you evolve and grow. Now, with all that being said, when we look at what's going on in August, we've got the Nine of Wands in August, all right? So the Nine of Wands came out with After the Storm. So August is going to show you that your let's say the time that you've invested and in terms of healing yourself, whatever it is that you have been going through when it comes to trying to evolve, heal, grow, expand, when it comes to your relationship to love, August is going to show you that it was worth it, that you're not down and out yet, that all of this time and energy that you have invested is not something that has gone in vain, but is actually something that is very much worked in your favor. You're going to realize in August that the storm is over, that this time period, that this era of your life, it has come to a completion, that you are in the second half of the year, that you are in the second half of completion, that a time period of you having to evolve in order to get what it is that you desire out of love has come to a completion. And this is a key to manifestation, because you're going to realize in August a shift happens where you understand that you can have exactly what it is that you want. And what you fear in August is your three of swords. You fear heartbreak, you fear pain, you fear sadness, you fear wounds. You fear wounds in August, and that's what sits in your shadow. But again, the healing point that comes to August, the advice is understanding that the storm is over. The clarity is that you are abundant. You're realizing that all of this hard work, grit, hustle, when it comes to trying to be better, when it comes to trying to heal, when it comes to trying to evolve in your relationship to love, when it comes to also addressing your wounds. Remember, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It is Aries. Chiron is Aries. And what is in Chiron? Aries. What is happening in your fourth house? Aries. So all of that hard work and grit that you've been putting in, especially for you guys trying to end lifetime patterns that have been existing, because it's not just like the fourth house is home and family, as in your family's relationship to love. It's the things that you have been going through and experiencing since you were a child. Things that you self-esteem, self-perception, all of these things that you have been going through since you were young, coming up for conversation. You've been putting in the work to clear out the gunk that lives in your belly. That's the thing about the fourth house. It's ruled by Cancer. It's all the stuff that lives in the gut, the fears. Cancer also is ruled by the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all about relationships, your relationship to other people. All that gunk, all that muck has been cleaning out of you, Capricorn. And August is going to show you that hard work pays off, and that you can have what it is that you want, and that the storm is over. Now, this is all about connecting to the joyful capacity within your heart, Capricorn. I'm going to read this for you. Okay, so this is an air energy. So this clarity for August will come through in the mind. What's happening in your shadow? The mind. The wounds of the mind, the fog, the anxiety, the stress is happening in the mind. So the mind will find clarity when you practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you do not know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Uncertainty, Three of Swords. Inside of you is fear. Fear of hurt, literal fear of heartbreak. Literal fear of heartbreak. Fear of heartbreak. Let your heart relax. Let it relax. Look at these swords penetrating the heart. Let the heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. Allow it to come, I was going to say come in and restore. Let your heart relax. So anyway, Capricorn, when we're looking at August, that's what we see there. We see this, you're going to be aware that you're out of a shadow. There's an awareness that you're stepping out of a shadow in August. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel that shift in the mind. You're going to feel that shift of clarity that's going to hit you and make you realize, I'm not done yet. This is not done yet, especially for those of you in partnerships. We're not done yet. All of this did not go in vain. The storm is over. Find joy, find happiness, find bliss, find gratitude. Love through happiness, love through bliss. You can have what it is that you want. Clarity of the mind. I'm going to make sure we're still recording, Capricorn. Hold on a sec. One of the biggest things I wanted to show you guys is what was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we see the sun with the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is the overarching energy. Overarching energy. Capricorn, I can't even tell you how happy I am here, because also, what do we see at the bottom of the Healing Points deck? The sun. We see the sun. And that deck split to see askew complicated explanations. These are both fire, right? I'm going to read this later, but it's all about stepping out of anxiety, Capricorn. So for you, the biggest thing when it comes to love and what love is trying to show you over these remaining months, you are going to be happy, Capricorn. Dare I tell you, you're going to find joy. You're going to find absolute joy as you let love in. Everything I wanted you guys to experience when it comes to the Cancer and Jupiter transit. You're going to find joy when you let love in. Double confirmation on the sun. Sun twice over. Sun twice over. And this sun is all about an affirming yes, understanding that you're going to get a yes. You are worth it. This one is also about understanding you're worth it. You're deserving of this yes, Capricorn. And at the bottom of the clarity deck, we have addiction with ascension. And in addiction, we have codependency, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, has a restraint. But we see ascension. And this is here with the sun and the Knight of Cups, the sun and askew and complicated explanations. It goes, and then we also have the Sacred Fool at the bottom of the advice deck. Separate from what you think you know, Capricorn. It's all about this. These next months, this overarching energy is your healing from this addiction energy. From this codependent, a lot of you are healing codependency syndrome as well, and expanding, preparing for union. What do we see here? New phase, union coming together, breaking up with this old energy of your own control, your own obsession, your own blocks, your own restraints tied to love, Capricorn. You deserve this change. You deserve this healing. Separate from what you think you know. But this is, again, the big theme. We're just in August, but that's the overarching energy. And I just wanted to let you guys know that this is beautiful. Okay, this is beautiful. So August, you're going to feel that shift, that your hard work didn't go in vain, that you're okay. All right, you're okay. You still got it. The storm is over. Have happiness. You can get what it is that you want. It's an awareness of that, Capricorn. Then we go into September. What do we see here, Capricorn? The Empress, the one and only. Now, what I love about this, Capricorn, is because it's Venus. Aquarius is in your second house. And Aquarius has been healing you at a rapid rate, like I said, through your second house. The Empress rules the second house because the Empress is Venus herself, love herself, abundance herself. And we're talking about the Empress showing up in a love energy. You can't get any, well, you can, but let's just say I love seeing the Empress when it comes to a love energy because she is Venus herself, because she is love itself, Capricorn. It's abundance in love itself. And like I said, Aquarius is trying to heal your relationship to your self-worth, to your self-value, to your self-love. Aquarius is doing everything it can to get you to do this, to getting you to create this awareness of self. So when I see the Empress when it comes to September, that gives me a lot of joy because of that. Now, we see with the advice, be the hunter, not the hunted. So this abundant energy that is moving through you, Capricorn, there's an awareness of this expansion of love that's happening within you. right? Which is nice because it piggybacks off of August, where you're getting this awareness of like the sun coming out in that way. I can have what it is that I want. I can connect to joy, and joy is going to help me evolve. I don't have to be afraid. But in your shadow for September, we see the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Ten of Cowrie here. So what is interesting is we've got two very abundant cards. We've got the Empress sitting in your subject, okay, clarified by coffee cup, which is connecting, meeting, savoring the moment. And we've got the subject sitting in the Empress and an abundant energy sitting in the shadow. So I think that's quite interesting because we see that your fear is stability. Your fear could also be your family as well. It can be not being able, some of you is family approval. But for others of you, again, it's like not being able to, let's say, have it all, find stability in what it is that you are doing when it comes to your love life. Can I have stability? Can I have it all? What's interesting is, like I said, love moves through you in September, which is no surprise because it's Virgo energy. Virgo loves you, you love Virgo. And so you're feeling this healing energy. You're feeling much more healed in September, being the hunter, not the hunted. We've got two owls here. You start with the owl in August when it comes to you realizing that the storm is over, the knowledge, the wisdom of understanding that the storm is over, and then being the hunter, not the hunted. You're moving into September in a way where you're clear, you're sharp, you know who you are, you know the value of your love, you know the value of yourself. You are feeling more uplifted, more aware, more awake in yourself, more aligned with yourself, more in tune with yourself. But again, this like fear of not being able to have exactly what it is that you want. That of Venus is a water energy. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold on your heart. You are ready for a higher understanding to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual path. Judgment, fear, doubt, shame, higher understanding. And that's the biggest thing when we're seeing this Ten of Pentacles in your shadow. This is a big sense of fear. It's like, I can't have what I want. I can't get what it is that I want. And again, judgment. For some of you, this is related to family and how your family is looking at your love life or looking at your love choices. But you need to separate yourself from that. And ultimately you would, because again, you're feeling more abundant. You're feeling more like love yourself. You're feeling more vibrant in your energy in September. And this vibrancy is putting you in a position where you're clear-minded and you're not taking it from anyone. You know who it is that you are. You know what it is that you want, and you're being sharp. You're being clear, Capricorn. I love that energy for you. You're being sharp. You're being clear. And also we see savoring the moment, meeting, conversing. It's like, yeah, you're feeling good. You're feeling abundant in September, and it's making you sharp. But again, this is a love reading. So it's like you're feeling good within yourself. You're feeling love within yourself. You're feeling uplifted. It's a very big shift from August, which you're going through the shadow in August. And in September, you're not in the shadow. In September, you're feeling much more clear. You're feeling much more balanced within yourself. But inside of you holds this fear that you can't get what you want. Or again, judgment. Judgment. I can't let that go. Judgment of others, especially family. Despite how good you feel, you're fearful of how they feel. But it's separating from it. Move away from it. September is a very positive energy when it comes to love. You're feeling much more connected. You're feeling much more light. And yeah, like you're abundant in love. You're abundant in who it is that you're connecting with and how you're feeling about love. You're feeling uplifted. You're feeling evolved. You're feeling good. You're feeling good, and you're rising above the fear. You're rising above the judgment. You're rising above the anxieties. So it's a nice energy. Very nice energy. Now, let's go into October. Ten of Pentacles. What's interesting here, Capricorn, In September, you fear the Ten of Pentacles, not being able to get your Ten of Pentacles, being judged by the home, family, etc. Ten of Pentacles. In October, we have you've achieved your Ten of Pentacles. In September, like I said, this is a beautiful energy in September. I don't want you to fear what it is. No, that's nothing to worry about. You are very in love in September. You are feeling love in September. You know your value in September. In October, you acquire what it is that you desire. You are feeling strong. Again, you're feeling abundant. You're in receiving mode. This is October is a great time for love. October is a beautiful, beautiful time for love. We've got Love Call in October. We've got Love Call, Epsilon here, and what's in your shadow is what it is that you feel you do not know. I don't even want to address the shadow much in October because it hardly exists. In October, you are feeling very good when we're talking about love. You are in a receiving mode, especially for those of you who are married. September and October are good months, very good months. You're detached from the BS. But again, in September, you're coming out of a dark time. So there are some judgments, there are some fears, there are some doubts, but you're rising above them. In October, that's gone. In October, you're feeling very, very good. You're being told how much you are loved. You're, especially for those of you who are not with your lover, someone expresses love. So if you have been, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this doesn't feel like a twin flame separation reading, or this feels like people who are involved with their lovers. I should have said that earlier. But yeah, this doesn't feel like separation, lover chaser dynamic. Like this isn't about separation. So this reading is relating to people that are in love, partnered, starting love stories, but who it is that you are connected to is in your hands. They are someone that is there. For my singles, again, I'm sorry, I will have to say the same thing. Many of you, if you are single, you are meeting someone in October. Very much so meeting someone in October and going through the journey of healing and feeling abundant, feeling like love itself in September. And that draws in this abundant, amazing energy that happens to you in October. And another thing to keep in mind in October is your 10th house activation, because it's Libra. Okay, it's like 10th house activation and then goes into Scorpio season. So 10th house activation is, again, your 10 of Pentacles, right? It is marriage. It is a serious union. It is a partnership. Libra for you is the serious partner that you can go the long haul with in that way. And you are in receiving mode. You're in receiving mode. So all that love that you guys put out in September, after realizing that it's not so bad in August, really does pay off in October in a very beautiful way. It's time to receive. It's time to be loved on in October. You're being told how much you are loved, how much you are valued, how much you are cared about. And yeah, all that sits in your shadow is a fear of what you do not know, a fear of what you cannot see. It's a very minimal fear. So there's more clarity that comes in. So far in August, you've got clarity of the mind. In September, it's emotional healing. You're in the Empress. You're understanding that you are love itself and there was never anything to fear. And that moves through you. A rushing river moves through you in terms of understanding your value in September, and it heals you. Then we are sitting here in October. Sorry about that. Then we are sitting here in October, again, more clarity of the mind. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate, especially because in your fears is air again. So it's August and October are both times where you're thinking a lot. You've got a lot rumination going on in the mind. And so your healing comes from clarity of the mind. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms. Rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues, commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming and blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. You're receiving in October. You're receiving a lot. And again, all this shadow that has been following you for the first half of the year as you've been healing, August sees that change. You're in an abundant, loving energy in September, and you're full in October. There's a bright light energy that moves through you. No more fighting, especially for those of you who are in long-term connections, the blaming, the shaming. You feel this rejuvenated renewal. Obviously, in the back of your head is still this, what don't I know? What don't I see? Let go. Allow that beauty to rush over you, to provide the clarity that you deserve to have, the clarity of mind, the healing, the evolve. I love, and most, like I said, October is all about receiving. So you guys are getting very committed, very comfortable, and very much in receiving mode. Whoever's loving on you in October is loving on you good, Capricorn. Loving on you good. Loving on you well. Definitely loving on you well. So anyway, whoever's loving on you in October is loving on you well. Now, when we go into November, we've got a Knight of Swords with restore, replenish, not enough, cultivate confidence in yourself and your fear again. Capricorn. So October is this beautiful month. And then in November, when we're deep in Scorpio season, by no surprise, because Scorpio season can bring up a lot of paranoia in a lot of us, this fear of what it is that you don't know deepens. It deepens and it moves itself into the snake of the Seven of Cups, the snake of the Seven of Calabash. And you are feeling like you are not enough. You're feeling insecure. You're feeling like you're not good enough. And your healing point, it's all about cultivating confidence within yourself. But this elusiveness, I'm not enough. I don't have enough. I'm not good enough. There can be some jealousy issues that come up, self-sabotage issues because of these insecurities coming at rise during Scorpio season. A lot of it is rooted around conversations that you will be having. You will be vocalizing and voicing this a lot, your grievances and your fears. But again, it's you needing to put yourself in a space where you go through healing. November is about you healing these wounds that exist within that are going to be coming up. It's interesting because you step off of such a good time in October, but you deepen in Scorpio season and really come up with all of these fears, with all of these wounds within you, these fears and these wounds within you, and yeah, this lack of confidence, this lack of confidence that smacks you because this what you felt like you could not see gets bigger. It gets bigger and it starts to really manifest in a sense of having a lot of control. And yeah, what I like is the fact that you are vocalizing this. You are talking about this. There's a lot of conversation around it. You know that you need to heal. You know you need to restore. You know you need to replenish a lot of this anxiety, a lot of this paranoia, a lot of this pain. Now, there's nothing really to say about that besides sometimes when we go up, we come down. Now, this is an earth energy. All right. So your healing point needs you to ground yourself in reality, which lets me know that a lot of this is just your emotions. Especially because we're looking at the Seven of Cups. Cultivate confidence within yourself. Very straightforward, right? Because we see that you're feeling like you're not enough. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel like all of these things. Ground yourself in cultivating confidence. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Do not allow anyone to take advantage of your kindness. Reflect upon what actions feel best for you to take and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip on your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. So again, it's this elusiveness of what you do not know. Like something comes up in November. Something comes up again. It's Scorpio season. Something comes up that really shakes you, that really ruptures you, something that you learn, something you discuss that you feel like you did, yeah, that brings up your insecurities, that brings up your wounds, and for many of you puts you in this fetal position, of feeling like you are not enough. And it's breaking you down. It's putting you in these ins and outs. It's putting you in this anxiety and this stress and this strain and this ache. Do not allow your kindness to be taken advantage of. But again, Capricorn, this feels more like it's happening inside of you. This doesn't necessarily feel like betrayal. It feels like what you are afraid of, what you don't know. It's like your mind starts to wander, and you need to realize who it is that you are. You need to realize the value of who it is that you are. Look around you in the practical. Take control in your reality. Realize your worth in your reality, Capricorn. And it's good, because at the end of the day, it's coming in to get you to see yourself. Get you to see yourself, feel like yourself, know your worth. And Scorpio always comes in and pulls us under. Pulls us under for a reason, pulls us under by design. Now, Capricorn, here we are with the Hermit. So this is now December. So we're sitting in December with the Hermit. So you are alone, isolated, but you're coming to life, feeling introspective, feeling in tune with the self, trying to restore yourself. What's interesting is, again, November, you had to restore and replenish. You had to evolve. You had to find confidence within yourself despite what it is that you feel like you do not know. Now, December sees you in a space where you're refinding yourself, bringing yourself back. Remember, we said restore, replenish. You are doing so in December, in that you're doing it by being more alone. Now, we see have faith, love is coming. Positive twist of fate. Again, a beautiful energy with positive, and this is an earth energy. So November saw you having to look at your real life, look at your practical life, and cultivate confidence in your practical life, not allowing anyone to take advantage of you in your practical reality. And December has you in your practical reality, seeing the positive outcomes of that. Having faith, love is coming, love is on its way, but you fear that that's not true. You fear that you're not going to get this cup, that you're not going to be loved, that you are not going to be valued. And you're putting yourself in, but again, that fear, what I love is the fact that in all the shadows, I've got minors. There are minors in all the shadows. We've got majors happening in the subjects, especially when we look at September, where you're feeling beautiful and you're feeling abundant, you're feeling, and this is for my masculines as well, you know your worth in September, you're feeling good within yourself. And also here we have another major in December where we're looking at the Hermit. So your fears and your shadows for the remainder of the year when it comes to love are not heavy. And that's what I love about them. They're not heavy. Now, when we talk about the Hermit, you're going within yourself, especially after the month of November, where you realized you needed to restore and replenish, and you realized that you had all these anxieties and these fears going on inside of you and these insecurities. And it sees you being more alone, being more introspective. Again, having faith, love is coming. A positive twist of fate is on its way to you in December as you're restoring yourself, spending more time alone, being more within yourself. Now, I don't see anything that indicates a major separation or anything like that, Capricorn. It's more like whatever happens to you in the month of November that rocks you, it feels like it's inside of you. It feels like it's a self thing. And then you come to this awareness in Sagittarius season in December, especially because Sagittarius is your subconscious. You come to this awareness and you respond to it by taking more time alone, taking more time within yourself, and realizing that love is yours to be had. It's yours to be had. So stand back up, stand up straight. You're okay. You're okay. Now, a positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you. Brightness and hope. Remember, Cupid's arrow. Love is coming. Love is on its way. Love is on its way. Double confirmation on this energy. A positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you. Brightness and hope will alleviate negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of adversity or challenge. Finally, you experience the peace, love, and deep connection to your true self in the universe. Good things are on their way to you, especially this relationship to the self. There's a deepening of your relationship to yourself in December. You needing to heal, you needing to restore, you needing to understand that love itself is something that is finding you, but it's finding you from a space that is, it comes from you not relying on it or overemphasizing it. It's like you need to be within yourself, a very introspective time for you, a very, you're within in the month of December, very much within. What I like is November brought about all these fears and these worries, and December brings about this healing and this awareness of what it is that you deserve being yours. Now, we have January. I wanted to finish off with January. January, we've got the King of Wands here. We also have softly, softly, the tender touch, taking a risk, water energy, and Baba Cane. Okay, so you fear what is happening in the subject, which is this fiery king energy. Strength, power, resolve. For some of you, this can be a fire king, a fire masculine that you fear. You don't know who he is. And now this doesn't necessarily mean this is a fire sign. So this moment specifically is for my feminines. You don't know who he is. You don't know what his motives are. You see an empowered masculine in front of you and you don't know what to do. And it's all about taking a risk. Go easy with yourself. Go easy on your heart. Go easy with the situation. Water. You're remembering at a soul level. So for some of you, and especially for my feminines, this is remembering your partner. This is remembering your love. And your partner could be going through a lot of change. And it's like you have to remember them. You have to take a chance. You have to align. You have to align despite. Now, for my masculines, this is more, honestly, no, it's the same. So even if she's a feminine, my masculines, like this is the same for both. There's a fear of somebody that gives off this King of Wands energy, this strong, powerful energy. And you're having to take a softer approach with yourself. Take the risk. Whatever insecurities hit you like a ton of bricks in November, and you spent December restoring and understanding that love is yours to be had, you go into November having to trust anyway. You're remembering at a soul level your own confidence. You're tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your higher life purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may invoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about the course. You are truly loved. Especially when you feel uncertain about the course, you are truly loved. Insecurity, Capricorn. Again, we're looking at the dance of insecurity. Remember what we said at the bottom of the deck, ascension. No matter how this ended, so obviously we've seen it come on very strong, right? And then it kind of ended in a way where you're dealing with your own stuff. But like I said, I don't see major betrayal here, but I do see a lot of internal betrayal. I see a lot of self-betrayal. I see November being a time of self-betrayal, self-perception, self-illusion, needing to realign, needing to heal, needing to understand, needing to evolve. And December catches you in terms of you healing the self, restoring the self, understanding that love is yours to be had. And by January, you realize that you have to take a risk. You have to take a risk in you and in knowing who it is that you are, knowing what it is that is yours, knowing what it is that you deserve. Take a risk with this strong individual. And I want you guys to understand, remember, the sun. So I'm going to read the sun for you. And also the sun sits at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Cups. Love is here. Love is on its way to you, but it's you're going through the journey. And especially for those of you who are already partnered, this is healing in you guys' relationship. But you're going on the journey of breaking through the self. Yeah, of breaking through. Like it starts out really strong, and then you go into November and you're insecure and you have to stand up again. And by the time January comes around, you realize that you have to step out on faith and not fear. The sun, you have what it takes. You are the light bearer. You have what it takes. You are the light bearer. Within you is a healing power and spiritual wisdom you can tap into to find your way through any confusion or doubt. You have confidence in yourself and know you are enough. Expect an affirming yes from the universe. Capricorn, I'm going to read it again. You have what it takes. You are a light bearer. Within you is a healing power and a spiritual wisdom you can tap into to find your way through any confusion or doubt. Have confidence in yourself and know you are enough. Have confidence in yourself and know you are enough. That's what this entire reading is about. Now, that's fire. That's a spiritual evolve. So that's, again, lets me know that this time period is about spiritual evolve, spiritual change, spiritual growth, spiritual realignment. Eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true to your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Capricorn. The Knight of Cups with the sun. Letting love in. Remember what we said at the beginning. Sacred fool knows that he knows nothing at all. The sacred fool knows he knows nothing at all. I'm going to do a healing here when it comes to the Kuan Yin deck. Oh. Yeah, it's like January feels like go easy. Go easy on yourself. Go easy on your heart. Let this strong, powerful figure love you. Take a chance. The Tao. Okay, so the overarching energy is the Tao. Needing to flow. Smart is he who takes the form of water, Capricorn. The Tao is always flowing, always nourishing life into creation, always presenting steps and solutions, always reminding us that we are perfection in this moment. You're being guided to relax and allow life to flow. Remember we saw again, let your heart relax. You're being guided to relax and allow your life to flow, beloved. You are being invited into a more advanced spiritual classroom of the soul. Sometimes we think that more advanced means more effort, and yet in spiritual matters, as we mature, we become more able to stop attempting to control and direct from our more limited perspective, and instead become open to receiving and being directed by higher forces, which include our divine essence at one with the source of all things. Capricorn. The sun, the Knight of Cups, you need to let love in. Let love find you. Let it evolve you. Let it transform you. Let the sun in. But it's requiring you to flow with it, to allow it to, smart is he who takes the form of water. What does it mean to allow the emotions to move through you? Again, Cancer and Jupiter. Cancer and Jupiter. The flow, the water, the essence. The sacred fool. So yeah, Capricorn, I love this energy for you, and I don't want to say it's not going to be easy either, because it doesn't feel so heavy, it doesn't feel so dark either. It feels like the journey of love, the journey of life. It starts out very strong, especially here in August. You're going to be going through the shadow shift in August. This realizing joy, realizing love in August. October is a really powerful month. And then right after a really strong month, you hit a low point with yourself. You hit a very insecure point with yourself and realize that you need to have confidence, realize that you need to know who it is that you are, realize your worth. And then you pick yourself back up in December and know that love is yours to be had. And you just need to come to life. You just need to restore. A positive twist of fate is on its way to you. A very positive shift happens in December. And then you fear this love. You fear this lover in January. And you realize you need to go easy on yourself in order to let this in. A powerful love. A powerful lover. Now, like I said, for a lot of you who are in relationships, your partner is changing. Your partner is evolving and is expanding. And by the time you come around January, it's almost like you feel like you're with a new person in a way. It's almost like you feel like your insecurities are matching up or crashing up with a more powerful love, a more powerful lover in that way. What will you do now that you feel so vulnerable? You have to take the risk. You have to take the chance. You have to go with it. And again, for singles, this is the same kind of energy. Same kind of energy. Here it is. Here they are. Strong, passionate, intense, full of life, full of vitality. What will you do? And it forces you to remember you. It forces you to remember your essence, or remember yourself, remember love in itself. You get very soft by January, a lot of emotions. But like I said, this is all very positive, okay? So we see a beautiful love coming in here. But most importantly, this is not, you guys know my readings are not necessarily, unless you have a personal reading with me, obviously. For the personals, I will link that here. This is when you do a personal, we get into the nitty gritty of your particular situation. But overall, you guys know my overarching energy is about you. It's about your healing, your journey with love, okay? And this is your personal journey with love. And by the time January comes around, you are feeling vulnerable. But that vulnerability is good. It's about receiving. There's a big affirming yes with your love life, a positive, powerful, beautiful sun, double confirmation on sun coming to you. This is being born. This is here no matter what. But you go through the motions of it, of allowing it, letting it in, feeling happy about it, then hitting a wall and feeling insecure. Then having to restore. And then in the end of it all, you're vulnerable. So yeah, so I love it. It's good. It's very positive. Yeah, so I love you so very, very much, SeaGoat. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Ciao.